What's up, Blade Dragon fans? How you doing? I'm Alex,
I'm Elliot.
I'm Elliot.
Oh shit.
and he's Juice. Today we're talking about the most potentially nerfed and saddest Beyblade of so many favorite people. We're talking about the turtle of the world, Draciel. And unfortunately here, it ain't looking too hot considering it fell down its own launcher. That's why you should use Noozle 3D using code MetalTopS8 for 10% off.
Just metal
What
tops,
is brother
thank you.
yapping about?
He turned on ChatGPT. I appreciate it. Good job, Mim. Draciel
I like
S.
How, I like how we became the plug dragons.
So
plug
real. We've
dragon.
been the plug dragons. Okay.
Duncan Kong.
So business transactions out of the way. This is Draciel S on what looks to be 760 and dot. Now, honestly, that's a very interesting lineup there. I would have, I guess not 860, although that would have worked very well for the 8-sided Draciel. I think Draciel looks pretty cool. I like this Beyblade.
This thing looks insane. This is probably one of the most complicated remakes that we've seen so far. That Draciel is such a three-dimensional design that I am in awe of this remake. I know that it's all going to be plastic, and it's just going to be that attack ring is going to be the metal pretty much. But when this is painted the forest green, oh my gosh, this is going to look amazing. I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
Draciel's one of my favorite Beyblades. It's been one of my favorites since childhood. Draciel G is my favorite, but this looks like a Draciel S mixed with a Draciel G for the metal adaptation, so I'm hyped.
Yes, I love this thing. Exactly what Elliot said. I can't wait until it's actually painted and fully stick it up and ready to go. Oh fuck yeah, we're gonna have to put stickers on this. That's gonna be tragic, but it'll make it look so much cooler. Love the shape. It's very interesting considering like the original one, the blade protrudes out over the weight disc. Now they've like scrunched it up to be on top of it. It just looks so chunky. It looks so cool.
Honestly,
Dot,
it looks
Dot
like
is great.
Minecraft.
Originally, Dot was like everyone was like, Dot, that's a bit weird. Dot now that it's actually out and everyone's using it, it's really good. So I'm keen for that. 760 is okay. Like it's all right. But
oh come
I don't know,
on!
maybe you could probably slap 5 on this.
No faith. What is up with everyone not having faith in 760?
What are you
I
talking
like
about?
760.
760's goated.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
TNJ
it's okay, but it's only good for like
and
breast
Juice.
at most.
Good for like stamina combos, and I guess it works well for this Beyblade.
So it's gonna be well for this. I'm just saying it's okay.
I think it has untapped potential, but that's neither here nor there.
The rest of it, I remember like originally when the first image just came out, everyone was guessing like what the bit was because it kind of looked like needle. But then we got the big surprise that it was Dot, even better.
Yeah, Dot's fine.
And Dot's interesting. It's pretty cool that they literally like almost matched. I don't know. Remember, Black Shell came on 560.
4.
I don't
It was
460,
unfortunately
but
4.
yeah, but it's cool to put Dot on both Black Shell and Draciel. It's kind of one of those cool similarities because they are confirmed to be the same Beyblade, just 25 years apart. So definitely hyped. This is gonna look so good on my shelf. I'm excited for the box art. The box art is gonna be legendary. I need to get a display case for all of my Beyblade X remakes. They look so good.
I think Draciel is going to be a lot of fun. Until we get a weight, I don't want to hold my breath on it being any kind of use.
But yeah, unfortunately, if it's gonna follow the same theme as the other ones, it's gonna be low weight, which absolutely sucks. It's devastating.
760 is pretty beefy, so that might help it a little bit more.
Yeah, but the weight would be all the way down, like underneath, like.
It's not the worst
I guess
thing
that
in
would
the
help
world.
it.
Yeah, they are
yeah,
top
okay,
heavy.
yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you switch it on to like high needle with a little more LAD, maybe this might see some fun. I suppose. I guess it really all depends on getting more information on this one. But yes,
I don't know why they decided to make the plastic gen ones So light.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but either way, Draciel S 760 dot, pretty sick, looking good so far. Once we get this thing painted and we get stickers on it, oh man, is it gonna look nice. Moving on, we've got Whale Wave 580 Elevate. Is this a balance type or a defense type?
Balance.
Okay, very interesting. It's got a nice thick blade with wavy design on it. A lot of space between the ratchet,
it's an insane design.
It is owned by Mako Maiden, which I think was
Spoilers.
a recent development, apparently. Or at least I
Yeah.
found out about it.
Came out in season 2, chapter 1 of the manga.
Gotcha. Nice. Oh, yes, they brought back Best Girl for the manga. Makes sense for Maiden to use a Whale Beyblade after she was the owner of Shark Edge. This is a BX release as well, which is interesting. You would have thought that they would have given her a UX Bay, but I guess not. Regardless of it, I think this looks pretty sick. I like the top colors a lot. The red is an interesting choice.
Like the bloody shark.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about these dark blue. I mean, maybe. I guess like this would be the top of the water, and then the dark blue is lower in the water. So it sort of makes sense.
Oh, that's genius! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's what.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It gets darker the deeper you go. That's cool.
kind of do like that now.
Well, I mean, the bit looks purple, but it's
Yeah,
still the same.
you know. But yeah. So we got 580, which we have seen before. I don't think it's a terrible ratchet. But you know, pretty typical for this sort of meshed up Beyblade. And then we have Elevate.
One of the best for the 80 ratchets.
For sure. And then we have Elevate, which this thing looks wild. It's got the biggest plate that we have seen. I know that Disc Ball had a very wide plate on it and, looked like four-wing Tripio. This one is just a thick block of plastic on where the plate should be, which is pretty sick. And from what I've seen, it looks like these it looks like the teeth sort of like they taper outwards from the bottom of the plate there.
So to talk about Elevate, the teeth kind of do taper outwards, and that's because the fact that the giant lip that has Elevate, it is not as tall as the Extreme Rail. So when it's slowing down, it's able to do that flower pattern a lot more easily without hitting an extreme lining, because that lip just hits the extreme line, not letting it do the extreme finish or extreme line in general. But when it's going supersonic at the start of the battle, it's able to lift up and quote unquote elevate on up into the extreme line, catch it, and do that extreme line at least once or twice, and then before running out of stamina.
Okay. That's a neat concept. Yeah, you can sort of see that the bottom of the plate going down towards the teeth is tapered, and then the teeth themselves are tapered, which is pretty neat, honestly. I think this is sick. I'd also love to point out that Elevate is pretty much just fusion or flat sharp. It's got the little bump in the middle and then flat plate around the middle, so not quite like point, but it is similar. So I'm very curious to see if this part is going to end up becoming any kind of useful in the meta. What is it going to look like when that little bump wears down and it just turns into an extreme flat, sort of, or more like low flat? Are we going to be seeing any kind of excessive damage to the outer edge of the plate? A lot of questions with this one, but it does seem like this will be a very interesting piece for the Beyblade scene and meta. Looking pretty intensely at it, Elliot.
Yeah, it just looks really cool. You said this was a BX release?
This is BX.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, it's interesting that they put such a weird gimmick on a BX when we still don't understand the whole difference between BX, UX, CX, like what the whole point is between them, because it seems like they're throwing gimmicks.
What's
the difference?
BX has more weight in the middle. That's why the prongs on it
Oh well,
are.
yeah, but but they're like throwing gimmicks between them, we're.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they were sort of this. This is pretty standard for BX. Like it's just the bit, and it's just a new plate design.
But they put UX, they put rod in UX
Yeah,
with the plate.
but
So I don't
they
know.
did
That's what I'm
gear.
saying.
I mean, Gear Point was very similar to this, in my opinion. Mix of gear flat and point. Like to me, this is like just a little like a half step up from like the double motion that we had with Laying Claw when that released, and the speeds of Phoenix Wing when that came out. Like this, at high speeds, is able to lift up and do an extreme dash. At lower speeds, the plate blocks it from doing an extreme dash. It is a bit more of a simple gimmick compared to like the free spin that we've seen on UX. It seems like UX is going to really incorporate those more expansive gimmicks, where this one is just retained to the bit. We've got a standard 580 ratchet and a pretty normal looking BX blade. It's just a new bit gimmick that they're running with this one.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It looks chunky. These renders look wild. That they always look so massive, and then you get them in your hand, and you're like, oh, that's just kind of a normal looking Beyblade. But
Yep.
Did you mention it was a random select?
No.
That's true.
It's
It is
two other
random
colors?
select. It's got white and a black recolor with it.
And does it not remind you of any whale from MFB metal?
Cetus? No,
Grand
not
Cetus.
really.
Lord.
What?
Not really.
I thought all its colors are like based on Grand Cetus as well. Like,
No.
well, it's just a weird coincidence.
So Grand Cetus was a mix
Yep.
of gray. There was two of them. There was
Yeah,
the blue
a
one.
white and black one, right?
No. There was the blue one.
Wasn't there a black one?
No, there was no black Cetus.
What?
It was dark blue. With
Oh.
like gray.
There was another Cetus
Yeah, no, it's
that came out that looked like the main one.
no. So no Cetus Bay ever looked like the main. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let me just look up the. Let's see.
I've been lied
Grand.
to. I look
You
like a
have.
fool
You
on
have.
the
Why didn't
internet.
you come to me about this? Grand Cetus, 2-set.
How could I believe someone on the internet? This is rigged.
I know. Believe me, I'm the metal fight one.
There is a black one. It's black and blue. You.
No, it's not. Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
I'm looking at it.
It's not black. It's blue.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. It's blue. This is like
It
all
looks black in the other image. It looks
What,
black
this
in the
one?
other image.
That's still like
Yeah.
a really darkish blue.
Yeah, I see it now once you've clicked on it. But it
Yeah,
looked
I'm
black.
sorry to burst your hopes and dreams, but this is like barely Cetus.
Yeah, you'll barely see this.
Yeah, whatever.
It just-
Anyways,
it just-
we got white, we got black, we got the ocean blue, which honestly, that's the cooler part of this, is the fact that it sort of,
Yeah.
it's like lighter, normal ocean at the top, and then it gets darker as it goes down. It's pretty sick. Goes from like translucent
do we
dark.
like the whale itself? The avatar?
It looks like a narwhal.
Yeah, I don't like that horn. It's sort of weird. I mean, we
Look-
knew it was
yeah,
gonna
what
be
if
like
we kept saying
it
it
looks
was
like
a
a
narwhal,
blobfish
but-
with a horn.
we. I wouldn't say blobfish, but I mean it.
Whales
The horn is just
in
weird.
like fantasy settings always can have horns.
Eh,
So like it's Beyblade, like they're gonna add a horn to a whale. It's like
they should have added the
but
whale
yeah,
from
like,
Finding Nemo.
a lot of people thought it was gonna be a narwhal because of the horn, but the horn is way too short to be a narwhal. But I'm like, well, whales don't have horns. Yeah, but it's fucking Beyblade. So
Yeah, what? Yeah, why not? Let's give it a horn. Who cares?
But then in that logic, narwhals can have shorter horns, but it's not a narwhal.
Yeah. So overall, decent Beyblade. I'm gonna wait for this to get dropped by Hasbro, as with the rest of BX. I can't be bothered. Like I'm only getting like stuff that's like required for the meta, or like really recommended, or stuff that looks really cool, like El Drago and Cobalt Dragoon and the first 3 UX space.
They
but
drop too much.
yeah, they really do. I'm just gonna wait for Hasbro for most of this. I got bills to pay. I got MTI Thomas to pay for. I don't have enough money to be spending on both TT and Hasbro, so whatever. If it's like,
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
no, I don't. If it's meta breaking,
Yes, you do.
what do you mean? Yes, I do.
He says you, Mim. You don't pay for him either.
Okay, well, before this gets off the rails again, that's it for Whaleway. Pretty cool Beyblade, and as always, oh, and Draciel, both cool. We love them both. As always,
Geeks out.
Blade Dragons out. I was waiting for the geeks out.